What's up, y'all? It's Paco. How y'all doing today? How y'all doing out there, man? For me, it's this beautiful Sabbath morning out here. It's a beautiful rest day. I'm just out here vibing. I just had me something nice. You know what I'm saying? I just came out to enjoy my mother real quick. You get me? Yeah. I came out to enjoy my mother real quick. I have my framer, I have my shaper. And just so happened to be, I like the shape that my shaper has created. And I just like being out here. But not to get too deep, I'm just out here finna read Psalms 119 real quick. I mean, it's kind of like a real long chapter, but it's a Sabbath morning, it's your rest day, so I believe we all got time to stop and learn something about the Creator. So let's get into it. Blessed are those whose ways are blameless, who walk according to the law of the I am that I am. Blessed are those who keep his statutes and seek him with all their heart. They do no wrong, but follow his ways. You have laid down precepts that are to be fully obeyed. Oh, that my ways were steadfast in obeying your decrees. Then I would not be put to shame when I consider all your commands. I will praise you with an upright heart as I learn your righteous laws. I will obey your decrees. Do not utterly forsake me. How can a young person stay on the path of purity? I'm going to stop it right there real quick. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I'm 21, so I guess I'm still considered a young person. But you know what I'm saying, growing up, people have always asked me, how do I come off as such a mature person at such a young age? And I simply give them one answer: we have 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. So in life, we're simply supposed to listen 2 times more than we talk. So for every 1 time that you talk, you're supposed to listen at least twice. You're supposed to listen to your environment. You're supposed to listen to what people say before you, because our ancestors have a lot of knowledge. And by us simply reading the scriptures, we're simply getting back some of that knowledge for ourselves. You know what I'm saying? That there's nothing religious about learning about your ancestry. There's nothing religious about coming out on a rest day to vibe out with the Creator at least 1 time a day. There's nothing religious about that. That should be something that everyone wants to do. That should be something that everyone wants to be a part of, because we're actually giving to something other than ourselves. And that's the essence of life itself. To give more than you take. Because when you talk, you're taking time. But when you listen, you're giving it back. So let's get it. How can a young person stay on the path of purity? By living according to your word. I seek you with all my heart. Do not let me stray from your commands. I have hidden your word in my heart, that I might not sin against you. Praise be to you. HAWA, HAWA. Teach me your decrees. With my lips I recount all the laws that come from your mouth. I rejoice in following your statutes as one rejoices in great riches. I meditate on your precepts and consider your ways. I delight in your decrees. I will not neglect your word. Be good to your servant while I live, that I may obey your word. Open my eyes that I may see wonderful things in your law. I'm going to stop right there. I want to go into something. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes when like Israelites and like people like us, we go over the scriptures, sometimes we just see it for face value. We see it for face value because we're only seeing on 3 dimensions at the moment. But when Moses received the law and distributed it to our people, I believe he saw the law for what it really is. The law is not something that you just see on a piece of paper. The law is something that you feel. The law is something that you live. Because yes, we see the 10 Commandments, but the 10 Commandments is actually alive. And if we don't learn to see it on more than 3 dimensions, we'll never be able to fully appreciate the value of it. So I believe our people stray. I believe our people stray away because we're not seeing it for what it really is. And the catch-22 about that is we're the people that's supposed to be seeing it because we're the people that's supposed to be giving it to the rest of the world. I just want to share that. All right. Be good to your servant while I live, that I may obey your word. Open my eyes that I may see wonderful things in your law. I am a stranger on earth. Do not hide your commands from me. My soul is consumed with longing for your laws at all times. You rebuke the arrogant. You are accused. You rebuke the arrogant. You are accursed. Those who stray from your commands, remove from me their scorn and contempt, for I keep your statutes. Though rulers sit together and slander me, your servant will meditate on your decrees. Your statutes are my delight. They are my counselors. I am laid down in the dust. Preserve my life according to your word. I gave an account of my ways, and you answered me. Have you ever had a time in your life where you were waking up to the truth, but you wanted an answer to see if you're actually going down the right way? And I believe we all had that answer different for us, but we all end up riding the same wave because we were all meant to be here in a simple sense, because the Creator has made us in a certain way where we're the ones that are able to think. So we have to the best of our ability, try to teach those around you, because you're only as strong as your weakest link. And if all your weaker niggas are stronger than all the little niggas over there, you're gonna win. Y'all get me. Y'all get me. All right, let me get it back. Okay. Cause me to understand the ways of your precepts, that I may meditate on your wonderful deeds. My soul is weary with sorrow. Strengthen me according to your word. Keep me from deceitful ways. Be gracious to me and teach me your law. I have chosen the way of faithfulness. I have set my heart on your laws. I hold fast your statutes. HAWA, HAWA. Do not let me be put to shame. I run in the path of your commands, for you have broadened my understanding. Teach me that I am, the ways of your decrees, that I may follow it to the end. Give me understanding so that I may keep your law and obey it with all my heart. Direct me in the path of your commands. Excuse me. Direct me in the path of your commands, for there I find delight. Turn my heart toward your statutes and not toward selfish gain. That's a beautiful vibration right there. Let me see how much time I got left on this joint. My bad. Okay. That's a beautiful vibration right there, because he's trying to, I believe King David, in a way, he was trying to oppress the John, if you hip. Shout out to King Drop with my man El Yaquib, because brother, I do love you, man. It started out with knowledge, but I believe with knowledge we were able to get somewhere which is attuned to real familyhood. We were able to see that life is only made for a purpose, and that purpose is to serve the Creator, in a sense. Because in the Creator, you're serving your people. And that's what all human beings try to do, in a sense. And that's what we simply have to remember. So thank you for making me be able to remember, brother, along with everybody else. Turn my eyes away from worthless things. Preserve my life according to your word. Fulfill your promise to your servant, so that you may be feared. Take away the disgrace I dread, for your laws are good. For I long for your precepts. In your righteousness preserve my life. May your unfailing love come to me. HAWA, HAWA, your salvation, according to your promise. Then I can answer anyone who taunts me, for I trust in your word. Never take your word of truth from my mouth, for I have put my hope in your laws. I will always obey your law, forever and ever. I will walk about in freedom, for I have sought out your precepts. I will speak of your statutes before kings, and I will not be put to shame, for I delight in your commands, because I love them. So simply by loving the Creator's law, we're strengthening ourselves. Because in actual living, because in actual living in righteousness, right? You're doing what the Creator wants you to do. So simply by doing what the Creator wants you to do, you're simply going to be here longer. Because we're taking care of the earth. We're not killing. We're not stealing. We're actually resting. We're actually doing what is righteous because we're following what the Creator wants us to do. And that, in a sense, will keep you here longer because you have a purpose to make the next man better than you, or to make the next man better than he was before he met you. Let's get it back. I reach out for your commands, which I love, that I may meditate on your decrees. Remember your word to your servant, for you have given me hope. For you have given me hope. My comfort in your suffering is this: your promise preserves my life. The arrogant mock me unmercifully, but I do not turn from your law. I remember, I am that I am, your ancient laws, and I find comfort in them. So our people have always had this. Our people have always had the law. That's what always made it special. That's what always made it special. Because from the Spartans to the ancient samurais of Asia, to the ancient Indians, to all these great civilizations, they all have one thing in common. And that was you, Negro. And you always had one thing in common when you were at your greatest in all of those civilizations. The law was upheld. And if you read the scriptures and you go through all the scriptures, the only time Israel or Judah fell is when we stopped obeying. Is when we stopped obeying the law, and we started doing detestable things. That's why we had to be destroyed, because in a sense, we are the representation of the Creator to the Gentile. In a sense, because I was watching one of Lex Will old videos, and he stated that they can. All right, so he stated back when they were hanging niggas and shit, that they weren't just hanging niggas because they were racist. They were hanging niggas because every nigga is a Christ in himself, because every nigga has the blood, the ruach of the Creator flowing through them. So that melanin is something that's strong. That melanin will have people getting kidnapped and all that shit. Because we've been hearing about the shit that's happening in D.C. Come on now, if you haven't, you gotta stay up. You gotta keep your ear to the earth. You might be in a separate vibration than you people right now, but you still have to relate to them, because that's what you're doing it for. That's what we broadcast for. That's what we do. That's what we do all this shit for. The next man. So we all can become better. Remember your word to your servant, for you have given me hope. My comfort in my suffering is this: your promise preserves my life. The arrogant mock me unmercifully, but I do not turn from your law. I remember, I am that I am, your ancient laws, and I find comfort in them. Indignation grips me because of the wicked, who have forsaken your law. Your decrees are the theme of my song, where I lodge. In the night, HAWA, HAWA, I remember your name. Damn. That means Prester John remembered HAWA, HAWA through everything. And when we say HAWA, HAWA, we're actually spreading the most beautiful vibration because we're saying everything. And I don't feel like I need to explain that. HAWA, HAWA, that's a beautiful thing right there, man. Your decrees are the theme of my songs. Wherever I lodge, in the night, HAWA, HAWA, I remember your name, that I might keep your law. This has been my practice. I obey your precepts. You are my portion. HAWA, HAWA, I have promised to obey your words. I have sought your face with all my heart. Be gracious to me according to your promise. I have considered my ways, and I have considered my ways and have turned my steps to your statutes. I will hasten and not delay to obey your commands. Though the wicked bind me with your ropes, I will not forget your law. At midnight, I rise to give you thanks for your righteous laws. I am a friend to all who fear you, to all who follow your precepts. The earth is filled with your love. HAWA, HAWA, teach me your decrees. Do good to your servant, according to your word. HAWA, HAWA, teach me knowledge and good judgment, for I trust your commands. Before I was afflicted, I went astray, but now I obey your word. You are good, and what you do is good. I just want to stop and break something down real quick. I've been learning the word good is not what we perceive it as. And I've been learning we're all being kept on a lower level of vibration because we're simply being kept out of knowledge that was already ours in the beginning. So we're not able to be our true self, but we're here for a reason because we've been listening. We've been listening to the sound, which is the Creator, which has led us here. So the word good is not what we've been led to it being known as. So the word good is something that you can purchase. When we go to the store, what do? We purchase goods. What do ships do? They ship goods. So they ship something that's willing to be purchased. And I don't believe the Creator would have made Adam a crystal if he wanted Adam being able to be purchased. And the Creator said that himself. If you go back and read the Masoretic text, shout out to King Drop. If you go back and read the Masoretic text, goes in and it tells you that the angels were jealous because they saw the way the Creator felt about you. And in that most righteous vibration and the most righteous intention, the way the Creator felt about you, crystallized Adam and made those around him jealous in a sense. So jealous that they sinned against the all, which is the Creator. And that's why we're in this mess that we're in now, because certain entities are out here messing with us. Because as I said, we are the Christ to everyone else. So how can we be defined by the word good? So from now on, like, I'm gonna try. If I see the word good, I'm gonna say righteous. If it makes sense in the sentence. Y'all get me. You are righteous, and what you do is righteous. Teach me your decrees. Though the arrogant have smeared me with your lies, I keep your precepts with all my heart. Their hearts are callous and unfeeling, but I delight in your law. It was good for me to be afflicted, so I might learn your decrees. The law from your mouth is more precious to me than thousands of pieces of silver and gold. So, how many of y'all y'all have met wisdom? If you've met wisdom, you'd have so many different things coming at you at once. So many different things coming at you that you don't realize why they're happening to you. Because in a sense, you feel like once you realize that you're an Israelite, and once you realize you're one of HAWA's people, you feel like everything should be start going good in life. But nah, you know knowledge now, but simply with knowledge has come respect, and with respect comes wisdom. So you simply have to go through things which make you respect the law, which makes you respect why we need the law, why not killing and why not stealing, and why loving your parents, and why simply vibing with the Creator, and by simply taking care of others around you. It's doing good for everything around you. So that's why you had to be hit up aside the head real quick. The law from your mouth is more precious to me than silver, than thousands of pieces of silver and gold. Your hands made me and formed me. Beautiful, beautiful. Give me understanding to learn your commands. May those who fear you rejoice when they see me, for I have put my hope in your word. I know I am, that your laws are righteous, and that in faithfulness you have afflicted me. May your unfailing love be my comfort, according to your promise to your servant. Let your compassion come to me that I may live, for your law is my delight. May the arrogant be put to shame for wronging me without cause, but I will meditate on your precepts. May those who fear you turn to me, those who understand your statutes. May I wholeheartedly follow your decrees, that I may not be put to shame. My soul faints with longing for your salvation, but I have put my hope in your word. My eyes fail, looking for your promise. I say, when will you comfort me? Though I'm though I am like though I am like wineskin in the smoke. Ooh, that's nice right there. Though I am like wineskin in the smoke, I do not forget your decrees. How long must your servant wait? When will you punish my persecutors? The arrogant dig pits to trap me, contrary to your law. All your commands are trustworthy. Help me, for I am being persecuted without cause. They almost wiped me from the earth, but I have not forsaken your precepts. In your unfailing love preserve my life, that I may obey the statutes of your mouth. Your word, HAWA, HAWA, is eternal. That means your love is eternal. It means vibration is eternal. That means the sound is eternal. That means his children are eternal. HAWA, HAWA. Breathe. It's everything in a sense. It stands firm in the heavens. Your righteousness continues your faithfulness continues through all generations. You established the earth, and it endures. Your laws endure to this day. For all things serve you. If your law had not been my delight, I would have perished in my affliction. I will never forget your precepts, for by them you have preserved my life. Save me, for I am yours. Ooh. You see, David didn't ask no other entity than the Creator to save him. And throughout all the Old Testament, we see all the Creator's prophets and kings only call out to him. And these were the closest confidants that the Creator had to speak to us to. Because through his kings, he showed the example, and through his prophets, he showed the law. So King David never asked, "Oh Jesus, can you save me? Oh Buddha, can you save me? Oh Allah, can you save me? Oh Muhammad, can you save me?" He asked, "Oh Creator, oh HAWA, HAWA, can you save me?" That means he understood something that our people are still not understanding. That only the all in itself can save you. And by simply understanding the words HAWA, HAWA, we are simply speaking eternal vibration. That means we are firm, fixed, and immovable with our mother because our Creator has made it so. Shamayim. Shamayim. Made it a tent for you. Man. I have sought out your precepts. The wicked are waiting to destroy me, but I will ponder your statutes. To all perfection I see a limit, but your commands are boundless. Oh, how I love your law. I meditate on it all day long. Your commands are always with me and make me wiser than my enemies. I have more insight than all my teachers, for I meditate on your statutes. I have more understanding than the elders, for I obey your precepts. I have kept my feet from every evil path, so that I might obey your word. I have not departed from your laws, for you yourself have taught me. How sweet are your words to my taste, sweeter than honey to my mouth. I gain understanding from your precepts, therefore I hate every wrong path. I hope y'all realize that these raps I'm reading, and these raps you listening to, because I'm reading actual stanzas right now. And he actually flowing. Like, this is nice little rock. You know, he got a nice little cadence to his writing style and all that. I can see that. So I believe that rap has always been around in our people. It's always been there. And you can like see the roots of rap in Jamaica because the rap beats that you hear now, you can hear the same drum pattern in like like old ass Jamaican songs, like Red Man, like Yellow Man and like Butcher Bantan and all that. I just wanted to share that. Your word is a lamp for my feet, a light on my path. I have taken an oath and confirmed it, that I will follow your righteous laws. I have suffered much. Preserve my life. HAWA, HAWA, according to your word. Accept, I am that I am, the willing praise of my mouth, and teach me your laws. Though I constantly take my life in my hands, I will not forget your law. The wicked have set a snare for me, but I have not strayed from your precepts. Your statutes are my heritage forever. They are the joy of my heart. My heart is set on keeping your decrees to the very end. You were promised 120 years for a reason, Negro. There should be no reason that we're out here dying at 45, 50 because we're not taking care of ourselves. That just popped in my head. But it popped in my head for a reason. So I guess somebody out there gonna feel it. Let's get it. I hate double-minded people, but I love your law. You are my refuge and my shield. I have put my hope in your word. Away from me, you evildoers, that I may keep the commands of my Creator. Sustain me, my Creator, according to your promise, and I will live. Do not let my hopes be dashed. Uphold me, and I will be delivered. I will always have regard for your decrees. You reject all who stray from your decrees, for their delusions come to nothing. How many delusions do we see out there? From religion to government, to the way relationships are treated, to the way the animals are treated, to the way our mother is treated. I'm talking about physical, and our earthly mother. They're both being disrespected at the moment. And us as being Adam or Ada, it simply means we're the caretakers of the earth. And like sometimes I hear some Israelites out there, I'm not saying you, they speak of when the Bible speaks of dominion, as in you have to be this big macho man and you have to be overbearing, you have to be doing all these evil things to your woman, but she has to respect it because you're a man. I think that's having the wrong perception of the word dominion. I think dominion, in a pure sense, is simply being willing to be a caretaker of the whole earth, because Adam had a serious responsibility. Adam named the animals. Adam was with the Creator through that. That's a beautiful vibration right there. Because when you know the name, you simply understand the vibration. And in the name, you become what you've always meant to be. That's a beautiful thing right there, man. All the wicked of the earth you discard like dross. Therefore I love your statutes. My flesh trembles in fear of you. I stand in awe of your laws. I have done what is righteous and just. Do not leave me to my oppressors. Ensure your servant's well-being. Do not let the arrogant oppress me. My eyes fail, looking for your salvation, looking for your righteous promise. Deal with your servant according to your love, and teach me your decrees. I am your servant. Give me discernment, that I may understand your statutes. That I may understand your statutes, that you may understand why the Creator has given you laws. That's when you understand that you are nine in itself. Not nine meaning no, as in I'm speaking German, but nine meaning everything. Because nine is the frequency of the binary code. I have done what is, excuse me, my bad. Deal with your servant according to your love, and teach me your decrees. I am your servant. Give me discernment, that I may understand your statutes. It is time for you to act. HAWA, HAWA. Your law is being broken, because I love your commands more than gold, more than pure gold. More than pure gold. So in Adam, simply loving what is not material, because what is material isn't real. You know what I'm saying? Like when the Spanish and shit, and when all the conquistadors from all the different places came over here and shit, all they kept describing was all the gold, all the pure minerals, all this and all that. But in a sense, us having all the gold is not what made us great. Us having the law, us having simply the vibration of taking care of one another, that's what made us great. That's what made us the rulers of all these great civilizations, because we had righteousness in our hearts. We had the earth behind our backs. We had the animals on our side. We had everything fighting with us, because we were here for everything, in a sense. That's why in knowing a name, you know much. HAWA, HAWA. And because I consider all your precepts right, I hate every wrong path. Your statutes are wonderful, therefore I obey them. The unfolding of your words gives light. The unfolding of your words gives light. It gives understanding to the simple. I open my mouth and pant, longing for your commands. Turn to me and have mercy on me, as you always do, to those who love your name. To those who love your name. HAWA, HAWA. direct my footsteps according to your word. Let no sin rule over me. Redeem me from human oppression, that I may obey your precepts. Make your face shine on your servant, and teach me your decrees. Streams of tears flow from my eyes, for your law is not obeyed. You are righteous, HAWA, HAWA, and your laws are right. The statutes you have laid down are righteous. They are fully trustworthy. My zeal wears me out, for my enemies ignore your words. Your promises have been thoroughly tested, and your servant loves them. Though I am lowly and despised, I do not forget your precepts. Your righteousness is everlasting, and your